All right, boys, let's go over the recap that the trade that I ended up taking on stream today. So I did not like oil or gold, or sorry, I didn't like indices or gold because gold. Well, there's honestly nothing to take, right? Like I'm not gonna take. Sorry, I hop on at 9:30, 9:30, 9:30, 9:30, like here. I'm not gonna take this little internal to external because there's no draw on liquidity in close proximity. Like you ideally want to be trading within a universal model. And then model inside of model, basically. We don't have that here, right? You have this overall model on the 4 hour, like external right here, or external to external, basically, or manipulation ranges, right? Once that gets taken, like what are we continuing towards, right? Not really anything. So that's not really that interesting to me. I don't want to trade a reversal either because this profile is more of a open high, low close. So trading a reversal higher, it doesn't really make sense. We're also keep sweeping. It's not really trying to reverse bullish, so not really interested there. Honestly, I'm good. Indices, complete garbage in my opinion. It's just seek and destroy, dude. Like no reversal here. At the time, like you were creating this at 9:30, so there's definitely nothing to take at 9:30. That's for sure. You have to wait for these to be engaged, and at that point, it's just seek and destroy. It's kind of mid. Um, you're kind of just at the high of a range. Like look at the daily, like you're kind of just at the high of the like all-time highs, basically, right? It's kind of mid. This is just seek and destroy as well, and then there's seek and destroy again. So you know what I'm saying? It's kind of mid, honestly. I just avoided it, and there's decoupling as well, so it's just whatever, dude. Not really that interested, I'm not gonna lie, in indices. So oil was like the next best thing we had, and this is what I ended up taking. So check this out here. You know, I come to the charts around 9:30. I see this being created right now, where we're having a SMT here, right? And then price is displacing through this 2 o'clock high. So look on this asset. 2 o'clock high is right here, which is failure swings, right? Here's the overall SMT. So this is our universal model instead of a model, right? That we want. Manipulation range low. We're trading to the highs. We're trading C3 right now. Now, the problem with this is kind of like profile, honestly. The profile is not great. When I look at the daily open, it's about right here. Not great, obviously, right? So I decided to de-risk because of 2 reasons. Because of that, right? But also because of we're trading the lagging asset with no strength switch. But per my course, we don't need a strength switch here necessarily because of HO. Sorry. So first, this asset is trading through it, but you still need a draw liquidity to target. So you see how RB doesn't have a draw liquidity beyond this high that's in close proximity, but this middle asset does. You see this? It has this high. So ideally, we wanted to trade HO, but I'm gonna show you why we kind of couldn't. We're kind of forced to trade this asset, honestly. You gotta wait though, because you know you're gonna create a future gap. So I can't trade this candle through here because there's gonna be a future gap, right? So wait for the gap to form, and then you can trade this universal model being a internal to external. So you see how this is universal model set of models, right? Overall 4-hour manipulation of the range low to range high, really nice equal highs. And now we're having this internal manipulation here with a fair value gap. So we're basically trading IRL, ERL inside of our 4-hour universal model. But when we get this gap here, do we still have a reason to continue on HO? Yes, we do, right? So as soon as we create that SMT fill right there, that we can take this trade. Do you have a V shape? Yup. So just don't even think about it, right? But this is important, guys. I de-risk on this trade because it's not high probable, right? Necessarily. It's not like A plus is what I should say. There's some things that are kind of going against us here. If I draw out the new day opening gap, you see we're closing above it here. That's a good thing. So honestly, this is fine. Or I should say new week opening gap. I thought this was fine to take on stream. But ideally, yeah, we want to take this asset. But look at it. It's ripping to the high. So that's unfortunate. Now, you could take the 1 minute, but 1 minute here, like on oil, like freaking never do, bro. I'm not going to lie. Like 1 minute's kind of crazy. So I opted for the 5 minute, which is also fine. But yeah, man, I just need the price to go to these equal highs a little bit past it for 2R. This is how I managed it. So I'm going in with like I said, like half risk type of thing. Here we form a CST above our entry, but I can't go break even just yet because this little retracement is not an EQ, right? Or it didn't retest my entry. So per my course, I can't go break even there. But we do have the CST, like I said. Let me delete all these lines, dude. But I do de-risk. So what do I de-risk to? I move my stop loss from this order block low, the body, to the gap on the 5-minute, basically, right? So my stop loss is basically above. Let's remove this, right? My stop loss is basically above the new week opening gap, or sorry, just below the new week opening gap, and just filling in this whole gap. You see it? The gap low is right here. That's where I'm putting a stop loss because you don't want to see this happen, man. Especially when you have low resistance. Like for this trade, I mean, to work, I thought we're just gonna flush right to the high because it's low resistance, right? You don't want to see like us retrace, right, all the way down to EQ of this range. Not even EQ, like OTE. You see where my stop loss at? It's an OTE this range. You don't even want to see price go there. So that's where I put my stop loss. So basically, I'm already half risk, or even less, honestly, like a little bit less than half risk on this trade in general. And then I move my stop loss to half risk on the whole position. So I just take a really small loss today. As you can see, price just takes us out here. Boom, takes us out there. And yeah, there's nothing to it. That's it. It's an okay trade. This is the only trade I'm gonna take today. That was the best trade available in that time window that I streamed, and that's why I took. So that was really it, boys. Just a really small loss, but hopefully it makes sense. It's definitely valid. Yeah, catch you guys later. Pretty quick recap. But yeah, I was not interested in these other assets, and those are the reasons why.